Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking the FMS Bronco out for another run, have some more fun with it, try to learn how to drive this UDR type vehicle. The last time I took it out, I forgot to show you what I did to the wiring to try to keep it from getting caught up and yanked out by the tires. But I guess it was a good thing because last time I took it out, I still had issues with the wiring coming unclipped. So let me show you what we did here. So you can see these black clips along the way are right here, especially back here, over here by the tire. So I went ahead and just wire tied everything, got it all wrapped up over here to the frame of the car. I unscrewed this, pulled these wire, or the black and white wire was back here, so it made it extremely tight. Went ahead and loosened that up, and still had issues with right here. One of these, or this connector here, came undone. I think this one came undone, and then the one back here came undone. So what I've done, I put super hot glued it to the body right there so it won't vibrate. Also right here, I put a little dab of hot glue on all of these connectors to try to just keep them together. These I left loose just in case if the body were to roll. I need them to unplug, because if it doesn't, it's going to yank and break stuff. So this one I didn't touch. I might have to, but so far that one hasn't been a problem. But yeah, it's not a very good design. Also not a good design is this battery tray. First, like this strap here, how do you even strap it? It's back behind this piece. But basically, I mean, really works out. You don't need it because the battery's wedged under that. And then this one here is, so long. I don't, it's hard to get to the point of the Velcro to where it'll stay. And then when it is done, it's sticking out. Oh wait, we got that Velcro right there, don't we? Might be able to. Well, anyhow, I haven't done anything with this. I do run the connector because I'm not going to run two batteries in here. I really don't. I'm not even sure if I have two 3S packs, but I just like to run a single 6S. So there are the upgrades. I guess, I was just in a hurry to get out there, run, have some fun. I just got back from the cruise, was sick, was just wanting to get out of the house. And this thing is just, unless you have something flat to sit on, getting the body up is hard. I really wish they would have designed something for the body to actually pivot on and not be loose, because really the only thing keeping it from falling off are these rubber straps and the anti-sway bar. That's what keeps the body from. So weird, but generally really my only complaint with the vehicle. I don't really like the way this hinges. The battery system I think could be a little better, and the lighting. I wish what they would have done is put a magnetic connector here. Put something here on the body with a magnetic connector, and then something here so when you put it down they make contact lock and you don't have to mess with any of this wiring situation. But other than that, pretty cool RC. We got a 6S, we got a 68, I think there's a 6,000 milliamp hour Z battery in there, so 6,000 milliamp should give us some pretty decent runtime. So let's go out there and have some fun. All right, I wasn't gonna come out here, but I was driving by, and I'm like, hell yeah, because there are a lot of tree roots and stuff like that to actually just test out the suspension. We still gotta learn how to drive this. I added a bunch of preload to that rear suspension. I wonder if that's not hurting it turning. You just got to be really, really easy. I think one of the things I was just noticing earlier here when I was like turn it on, and you know when you turn on your transmitter, you always turn the wheel to see, make sure it's like responding. Look at how fast it is. And this is at like 60% of the travel. So I got the, yeah, anyhow, I got it's set to like 60% of the dual rate. To try to calm it down. I think because this thing just has such a massive servo. I think that's maybe one of the issues, that it's just too fast for this type of RC. Believe it or not, yes, a servo can be too fast. So now that I actually start thinking about it, and I'm turning the wheel a bit slower. Haha, look at that. Yeah. Man, this is like what this thing is built for. Not no dusty diamonds. True dirt with tree roots and hard pack stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Look at the lights, man. The front lights are absolutely amazing. The back lights, you can't even really tell they're on. Not the best in the world. Let's just make sure that they are, in fact. Yeah, I do believe they are. Yeah, they're lit up. You can barely see it. I was kind of worried that maybe all that preload in the rear was causing it, but nah. Ooh. I think it's just a combination of that solid axle and just a really fast servo. And I don't recall, I don't believe there was a setting on this ESC to adjust the BEC down. Now, like there in the sand, you could do it. I talk too easy. You know, when I got this thing, like I said, it came and I was like literally just about to leave on the cruise. So I did something I don't normally do. I videoed first thing in the morning, and the grass was extremely wet. And I didn't really have a rollover problem. Didn't notice this on my review because the grass was wet, so this thing was sliding nicely. So I didn't have any of this. So wet grass could be this thing's friend. Even here, you know, this sandy area seems to be doing pretty good. I'll tell you, straight ahead, full blast. This thing is like planted almost like nothing else. Oh, I turned the wheel. It is a definite different style of driving with this versus anything else. I mean, hell, I can get the X-Max to turn faster than this. Ooh. Let's just find one area here that's got like a lot of roots. I want to rip through there, and then I'm gonna go across the street to that like little drifty area. Okay, so this isn't tree roots, but there is a dip somewhere over here that most of the RCs I've had out here struggle with. Now I can't seem to find it. Was it right here? Oh, maybe that's it right there. This, yeah. Yeah. Oh, come on. Oh, thank you. Self-recovery mode. No! Damn. Yeah, this was the spot because there's a hump right here. That normally it shoots the RCs in the air. This thing is soaking it up. Oh, wow. That is freaking awesome. Look at that. The first time I hit this with the max slash, man, it sent that thing up over, and that is freaking so cool. Oh, look at this one. Hell yeah, that's where all that big suspension's coming into play, man. It's just soaking it up. Hits that jump and lands it. Hell yeah. What was something else over here? I just saw it like sank into. Do you think there's like a big crater? Oh yeah, right there. I've caught that at speed a few times. Oop. Yeah, even this one didn't like it. All right, let's head across the street. Let's see, like drifting in the sandy area. You know, I often don't say this, but I about almost can't wait for winter to get here, because oh, it's been so hot. And like here, there's no shade to be had, so it's just cooking. But oh no, yeah, there we go. Yeah, this has just been a hot summer. Woo. Woo. And it's in the grass too. They really haven't been keeping up with it. So at least in wintertime, I ain't got to worry about the grass. But yeah, oh yeah, there's just really not much keeping this. It's been kind of bad because like my favorite jump spot over there, and that is the patented copyrighted name, The Jump Spot. The grass is so thick over there, I really can't even like use it. Even here, look at this little large 7 scale, and it's getting buried in that grass. But yeah, most of the time, if I take a car like this and I launch it, yeah, they'll end up flipping. Even this one, the ass end came up, but it soaked it up. And that was actually one of the heavier spots. I usually don't go that way, but I wanted to test it. Usually, look at that right there. Hell yeah. See, so normally, like if I do that, I'm kicking through there, and man, it's just taking it. How nice. I will say one thing too with this, I wish there was a way to put a fan on that motor. I've glanced at it, I really just don't see any way that you can. I think it's pretty incredible. If you've ever seen like a Bronco in real life, they're kind of a small little vehicle. This thing makes it look like it's a freaking Raptor. But yeah, man, good times out here. I think our cure for the wiring worked. The lights have been staying on. The back lights aren't the best. I wish they were brighter, but I think we got this now. I wish too those clips would hold a little bit better. So if I were FMS, I would reroute the way that you're doing those wires, get them away from the damn tires, and think about maybe using like a regular like servo type connector, not whatever these things are. And a magnetic connector for the two main wires in the middle would be fantastic. Just one on the body, one there, so when you click it down, boom, it makes a connection. That would be freaking awesome. Hell yeah, I do like this thing, man. This is a cool RC. Says it's gonna take some getting used to driving this thing. I did want to check. This thing, is it? Okay, yeah, so it is a diff. Pretty open too. The front's pretty a bit tighter. Look at the way that back end just squatted down, taking it. Man. Woo. All right, last pass. Oh. Damn it. And it's a good RC, even though it's rebranded. FMS didn't actually create it. I think they did some tweaks to it. I like it, man, and you know, maybe with FMS promoting it, it's gonna get more. The name's gonna get more out there because they're, I believe, a larger company. So yeah, man, I am happy. I like it. It's a different driving. That's what's nice. That's why I have more than one RC, because all depending on the terrain, the flavor of the day. What do you feel like doing today? I feel like ripping the Felony down the asphalt. Do I want to take an X-Max out and just have some fun hitting some big jumps? Maybe take the Creighton out there because I feel like just annihilating everything. You know, it's all depends. Do I want to take a small? Do I need a small RC? Go out, have a little fun? Do I feel like taking one of these, like this, the Mojave or the Max Slash? Do I feel like taking one of these out? Man, it's really nice having a variety of vehicles to choose from and not just stuck with one type of driving. All right, everyone, I'll leave a link down below if you're interested in buying one of these. Greatly appreciate it. Helps me out. Also, links to my Amazon store. You can buy RC stuff or anything else. Dog food, cat food, lipstick, whatever it is that you need. If you start on my Amazon store, buy it, I get credit. And if you want to buy anything else through AMAIN or Horizon, if you want some batteries, I like seeing it. I get discount codes for several companies down there, so go ahead, check it out, and I greatly appreciate the support. Yeah, appreciate the support. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Somebody went by and I stopped talking for a second. But yeah, so all that stuff's affiliate links. Like I said, I work with some companies, get you some discount codes, save you money, and then all the other ways it's absolutely free. Absolutely free. It adds nothing to your cost to use those links, and it helps me out. Like if you buy this FMS through FMS, they give me a little commission, but it's not going to cost you anything more. So it's a free way of helping me and other creators. Maybe you got another creator you want to help out. They have links. Check them out. Doesn't hurt. All right, everyone. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoy watching the Funhaver. Let me know what you think of this RC. All right, take care. Go out there, run an RC. Go enjoy a beautiful day. Man, I'm so glad to just get out the house, man. I just really didn't want to leave today, but this got me out. So I appreciate it, everyone. I do this for you. I do this for me. Go out there and enjoy this. But yeah, thank you. So see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.